So, for question 1, Encik Fatah has a piece of land with a market value of 202,000 ringgit. He has two options, to sell the land now and invest in a scheme which offers an interest of 3.25% compounded monthly, or to sell after 6 years at 295,000 ringgit. What will you advise? Okay, first, let's find out what the principal P, rate of simple R, how many times compound in a year M, and term in a year R. Okay, if you can see, the P is 220,000 ringgit. Then the R is 3.25%, M is compounded monthly, which is 12, and T is 6 years. Okay, so back to the question. Encik Fatah has two options, which is invest the land or sell after 6 years. For option 1, which is invest, the formula we need to use to calculate the amount he need to pay after invest for 6 years is compound interest. Okay, let's substitute into the formula, which is S equal to P bracket 1 plus I and the power of N. You just need to substitute the number into the formula and calculate. So, the final answer you will get is 267,090 ringgit and 5 cents for S. For option 2, which is sell later, the amount that Encik Fatah put to sell later after 6 years is 295,000 ringgit. So, in conclusion, Encik Fatah should sell the land after 6 years because 295 ringgit is higher than 267,090 ringgit. Next, question 2. Cik Fatimah deposit 5,200 ringgit into an account that pays an interest of 6.24% compounded quarterly. 4 years later, she made another deposit into the account. What is the value of the second deposit if she want the account to be worth 9,000 in 3 years after the second deposit? To solve this question, first, we need to find how much Cik Fatimah get if she deposit 5,200 ringgit in her account in 4 years with 6.24% that compounded quarterly. We need to use the same formula like question 1. Then, the final answer we will get is 6,661 ringgit 41 cent for S. After that, she want in her account to be worth 9,000 ringgit in 3 years after the second deposit. So, we need to combine first deposit and second deposit to get 9,000 ringgit. To find the second deposit, we need to substitute S into 9,000 equal to P, which is 6,601 ringgit and 41 cent plus X, which is second deposit. Use the same formula and just substitute to find S. So, the final answer we will get for second deposit is 812 ringgit 88 cent.
Okay, so for question 3, Mrs. Amira invests 5,000 into an account that pays an interest rate of K% compounded every 4 months. After 5 years, the account balance is 7,640. Determine the A interest rate K% compounded every 4 months. So for this question, we need to find the R, which is interest rate. So first, we need to know the keyword. So for P equals to 5,000, M equals to 3, T equals to 5, S equals to 7,640, and we need to find R. So we need to substitute into the formula, which is S equals to P bracket 1 plus I and the power of N. So we just calculate it, and the final answer is 8.6%. So we move to the next question, which is B, compound amount if the investment was extended for another 3 years. So this question, we need to find the S. So the keyword is P equals to 7,640, M equals to 3, R equals to 8.6%, T equals to 3, and we need to find the S. So we just substitute into the formula, which is S equals to P bracket 1 plus I and the power of N. So the final answer is 9,852.93 cents. The last one for this question is C, interest term for 8 years. So we need to find the interest term, which is I. So first of all, we need to know the keyword, which is P 5,000, M equals to 3, T equals to 8, and R equals to 8.6%, and we need to find the S. So S equals to P bracket 1 plus I and the power of N, and then S, we got the final answer is 9,852.85 cents. And after we got the S, we need to substitute into the formula of I equals to S minus P, and then we just minus it, and we got the final answer is 4,000 $852.85.
So we move on to the question 4. Mr. Adif traded his car for 42,000 and top it up with his savings of 5,000 to buy a new car. The new car is leased at 96,000. He obtained a loan from a finance company to settle the balance of the purchase price. He has agreed to settle the loan by way of monthly payment to be made at the end of each month for 9 years. The interest of the loan is 7.2% compounded monthly. A. Find the monthly payment. First, the total that Mr. Adif have after trade his car and top it up with his saving is 47,000 ringgit. After that, he need to borrow another 49,000 ringgit so that he can pay the car. To find the monthly payment, we substitute into the formula, which is A equals to R1 minus 1 plus I, the power of negative n divided with I. So we can conclude the answer is 617 ringgit 78 cent. Next, B. Calculate the interest charge. We know that R equals to 617 ringgit 78 cent, N equals to 108, A equals to 49,000. So we can use the formula, which is I equals to Rn minus A. So the final answer is 17,720 ringgit 24 cent. Move to the question C, which is we need to find the balance after he paid 86 payment. So N equals to 108, R equals to 617 ringgit 78 cent, rate equals to 7.2%, M equals to 12. So we can calculate this by using the same formula with question A. After we calculate, the final answer is 12,696 ringgit 75 cent. Last but not least, we need to find the amount he has to pay on the fifth payment in order to settle the outstanding arrears if he fails to pay the first 4 monthly payments. Actually, we are looking for future value, which is S, by using R bracket 1 plus I, the power of N, minus 1 divided by I. So after we calculate together, we got the answer is 3,126 ringgit 19 cent.
Questions number 5. This is the last questions. A company paid a 28,093 ringgit 10 cent down payment to buy a machine that costs 205,000 ringgit. The company will pay 25,000 ringgit at the end of each 6 month period to repay the balance of the purchase price. The interest charge is 10.2% compounded semi-annually. Find the number of years needed for the balance to be paid in full. So as you guys can see here, R is equal to 25,000 ringgit. The interest charge is 10.2% or 0.102 and the M is equal to 2. So in these questions, we have to find the T, which is the number of years needed for the balance to be paid in full. In these questions, we use the formula A equal to R1 minus 1 plus I and the power of negative N divided by I. But before we continue the calculation, we have to find the amount of A, which is the balance of the purchase price. Okay, now let's find the amount of balance. First, the cash price is 205,000 ringgit. The down payment is 28,093 ringgit 10 cent. So the balance is equal to 205,000 ringgit minus to 28,093 ringgit 10 cent. The final answer, we will get 176,906 ringgit 90 cent. After we got the amount of balance, we can proceed to the next calculation. So in this calculation, we just need to substitute the amount into the formula. Alright, so hear me out. A equal to R, 1 minus 1 plus I, and the power of negative N divided with I. A equal to R, 1 minus 1 plus R, divide M, and the power of negative M multiplied T, divide with R, divide M. Next, 176,906 ringgit 90 cent equal to 25,000, 1 minus 1 plus 0.102 divide 2, and the power of negative 2 multiplied T. Divide with 0.102 divide 2. 176,906 ringgit 90 cent divide with 25,000 ringgit equal to 1 minus 1 plus 0.102 divide 2 and the power of negative 2 multiply T divide with 0.102 divide 2. So we got 7.076276 equal to 1 minus 1.051 and the power of negative 2T divide with 0.051. 7.076276 multiplied with 0.051 equal to 1 minus 1.051 and the power of negative 2t, and we got 0.39089076 minus 1 equal to negative 1.051 and the power of negative 2t, and we will get 0.639109924 equal to negative 1.051 and the power of negative 2t. So lastly, we have to use log in this calculation to find the years, which is t. Log 0.639.9924 equal to 2t multiplied with log 1.051, and we bring log 1.051 to the left. Log 0.639.1.09924 divide with log 1.051, and we divide again with -2 equal to t. So the final answer we will get t equal to 4.5 years.